Hello, grade 8 learner. Welcome to our math video lesson where we will identify the corresponding congruent parts that will satisfy the ASA congruence postulate. This is based on the K-12 curriculum learning competency. The learner illustrates the ASA congruence postulate. It's another great day to learn, so prepare your pen, paper, and module as you start watching and learning from this video lesson. Refer to your Quarter 3 math module entitled Triangle Congruence Postulates for this example. Let us name the corresponding congruent parts of the given congruent triangles that will satisfy the ASA congruence postulate. To do that, let us observe first the figure. Identify the corresponding vertices in the triangles so that we can name the parts correctly. We see that vertex A in triangle ABC corresponds with vertex R in triangle RST. Vertex B corresponds to vertex S, and vertex C corresponds with vertex T. Let us process what we know. The ASA triangle congruence postulate can be used to prove that two triangles are congruent. It is satisfied when two angles and an included side of one triangle are congruent respectively to the corresponding two angles and the included side of another triangle. Once the postulate is satisfied, then we can say that the two given triangles are congruent. Let us solve. To satisfy the ASA congruence postulate, we need to identify first two pairs of corresponding congruent angles. We follow the corresponding vertices in naming the corresponding congruent angles. Thus, we name angle A, which is congruent to angle R. We also name angle B, which is congruent to angle S. Note the similar hash marks on the corresponding pairs of angles. These pairs of angles are not the only possible answers for this problem. Check out the alternate answers later in this video. Now let us identify the corresponding included sides in the triangles. An included side is the side between two angles of the triangle. Since we identified two angles in triangle ABC, we identify the included side between angle A and angle B, which is side AB. Its corresponding included side lies between angle R and angle S, and that is side RS. Thus, we say that line segment AB is congruent to line segment RS. Now that we have named the corresponding congruent parts in the triangles, we state our conclusions. Given that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle RST, the congruent parts that will satisfy the ASA congruence postulate are the angles A and R, the sides AB and RS, and the angles B and S. Since these parts are congruent to each other, then triangle ABC is congruent to triangle RST by ASA postulate. The answer previously given is not the only answer for this problem. Take a look at the following alternate answers for this problem. As long as two pairs of angles and their corresponding included sides are proven congruent in the triangles, then we can conclude that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle RST by ASA postulate. Congratulations for finishing this video lesson. Now apply what you've learned by answering the activities in the activity sheet. Happy learning! We'll see you again in our next video lesson.